Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light.
What is it from your personal life that's kind of put you into the position that you're able to do that for other people?
Do you have time?
We've got plenty of time.
I won't bore you with my whole entire life story, but I would say the first experience I had was in school. I was also an overweight girl that carried lots of weight, with the girlfriends around you that were stick figures. It was a mission to get dressed, and throughout my life growing up, I could not stand my legs. A girl at school made a comment, and it was about my legs, or it made me feel a certain way.
The insecurities,
The insecurities,
right?
yeah.
Because that moment where those girls were ugly to you about your legs when you were young, you've carried that insecurity through your whole life, and it's now created that emotional baggage.
Yeah. After school, I've always had this nudge in me that felt I wanted to get involved in the fitness thing. Never thought of me being something or someone for someone else. More me getting into it, starting the training, following the new whatever the next magazine said diet you have to follow. And I never had someone like a coach to say, you know what, I've got your back. I never thought of I mean, it was a foreign word to me. I had my daughter at a young age, and from there on I just, the hustle was on for me to constantly provide and make money.
Are you a single mom? Do you bring
Yes.
your child up on your own?
Yeah.
And how was that? Like, how was the experience of trying to juggle being a single mom, having a daughter, now trying to start your fitness journey as well, and the hustle of trying to make money?
I think my biggest mountain to climb was to constantly give her enough security and have a big enough income so that you can look after your child. And I made a choice at that point not to go forward with the things that was important to me, because money would have to be taken away from providing for her. We got her through school and she studied, and then in 2015, at my ripe age, I decided that I'm going to take the first step and do something at least that I've wanted to do all my life, and got myself qualified as a Pilates instructor. Loved it very much, and I was living in Mozambique at the time, and I used the Pilates for clients. I was living on an island, so there were lodges around me, and I would do Pilates with the clients. So it was nothing intense. Mm-hmm. In the relationship that I was in, it got to a point where I lost all my self-confidence, and so I decided I'm going to do something for myself for a change, and something that I think would make me feel better. I found myself a coach, online coach at that stage, and did the work, and then did my first bikini fitness competition in 2016. And then I was busy prepping for Arnold's in 2018. And at that stage, we didn't have electricity at the property. And my main job there was to be a property manager. That was the contract that I had. So my Pilates, once I got my qualification, that was an extra that I did outside of it. And really just saw people that went on holiday and wanted to continue with their routines that they would have at home. And we started the generator, the roof, there was a spark, the roof caught some fire, and the house burned down that night.
Were you there in Mars when it burnt down?
I was watching it. I was trying to get stuff out of the house.
You're joking. So this is your home, and where you're running this is your home where you're working as well as running your Pilates stuff, and you stood there watching your house burning in front of your eyes.
Yeah, it was, it felt a little bit like, what now? Because I've been living there for almost 8 years then, and I had everything built up around that, and it was, where do you go now? And I still had my work contract, but then 2 weeks later, I lost my contract with Villas. So I did not have a place to stay, couldn't live in the lodge forever, and I was out of an income.
And you got a daughter. So you've gone to Mars, you've built up your career for 8 years. Your home that you've built everything around burns down in front of you.
I felt angry that day, but then I felt sad because that was my home. So I've decided also this time around that even if I have to make us eat breadcrumbs for a while and live on someone's couch, I want to pursue my passion this time. And I wanted to have a studio, Pilates studio. And again, by the grace of God, everything aligned somehow. Not because I had the finances, but I've got a studio now. And it's from there that my online coaching then developed. I've been taught throughout all of my things in life that to be so set on one thing, and it's, I adapt easy. So
well, I'm picking that up. Like, you're just telling me that your whole house was burning in front of you. You stayed there watching it happen, and that night you cleaned everything up and you were just willing to pitch a tent to carry on doing what you had to do. Like, that's attracted me to you as a coach. So tell me where that type of mentality comes from.
So I would give the credit to my mother and maybe also my situation that taught me how to do that. And to just sit there in the ashes, literally, I mean, where's it gonna get you? No way. The most communication I have with my clients back and forth is mental state. I want to continue touching people's lives. I want to continue to help people grow and get them from what their miserable or unhappy situation is, that bring them up through that and get them to a place where their lifestyle becomes something where they can enjoy themselves and feel good about themselves again.